Welcome back to Virginia Reports. I'm Ryan Gilchrist. Joining me tonight is Kara Peters. Kara, what do you have for us?
Yes, so on Wednesday, May 13th, 14 college presidents from around the country gathered and spoke with Vice President Mike Pence, U.S. Education Secretary Betsy Devos, and White House Coronavirus Response Coordinator Dr. Deborah Birx regarding options for possibly reopening campuses back up in the fall. So the White House did issue a press release listing some of the college presidents that were on this call, such as President of University of Notre Dame, Reverend John Jenkins, as well as the president of the University of Virginia, James Ryan. So during this call, they discussed strategies for reopening, what the research practices and testing may look like surrounding COVID-19. And the biggest issue that came up was the issue of whether or not colleges are shielded from lawsuits if anyone was to get sick on their campus.
Now, what were some of the reactions from this discussion and certainly the complications involved in reopening campus? What did you hear?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, the issue of liability protection did come up in conversation. This is not just something that we're seeing with schools. We're also seeing it with certain businesses and manufacturing groups that are seeking this type of protection. In regards to how it pertains to higher education, we did see a number of responses. So for instance, from the General Counsel for the American Council on Education, Peter McDonough, he talked about how schools right now really should be focusing on the safety and well-being of their students, not so much on lawsuits and what that may entail. Others have just been talking about how when thinking about this, a lot of colleges have many different dynamics and many moving parts, especially if a college is public. So being mindful that these testing and research strategies are not just for students that come back, but also for the public. In regards to that, another reason that they are seeking this liability protection and responses is that when you're thinking about reopening colleges, it does play a really vital role in catapulting the economy, knowing that workers could potentially go back, and if they go back, are they safe?
So, like everything with coronavirus, this is an evolving situation. What are we to take away from this for now?
Absolutely. So the bottom line of this all is that schools are definitely trying to use multiple strategies to consider reopening in the fall. And they are discussing the necessary precautions if an individual was to get sick on their campus. Like I said earlier, we don't just see this with schools, such as the presidents that were on the phone call with Vice President Pence and the other people that tuned in, but we also see this with businesses to inquire about possible liability protection practices. And while schools like California State University have already decided to move the majority of their classes online for fall 2020, other schools are in fact seeking additional guidance and strategies. So in the meantime, we can only just stay updated for what these plans will look like for the universities in the coming weeks.
Thank you, Kara. For those of you watching, obviously we'll continue to keep an eye on this situation and update you as things change. For now, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, we'd certainly appreciate if you'd give us a like, subscribe to this channel if you'd like more updates. More coming soon. For now, thank you very much.